Hey, this is Mark Verchette, and this is another video in our series of FlipGrid tutorials. And in this video, I'm going to show you where the magic happens. That is actually going to be how to create what is called a topic. So you can see that in my account, I'm currently logged into my FlipGrid account. In my FlipGrid, I have my grids underneath, and I'm going to click on, say, science, because I want to show you two different topics. Quickly. So I created two different topics. One that I was going to use to go ahead and see students' background knowledge, see what it is they have before we actually get into a unit. And when I click on this, I'm going to show you that this one is straightforward. It just says, again, it's got a title, and then it sets a purpose for this board. It just tells me to have students tell me everything that they know or they think they know about plant cells before we actually get into that unit. It's going to be a way for us to kind of brainstorm and generate that background knowledge to kick off this learning activity and make it pretty fun. I can share this topic quite easily. Once I'm ready for it, I'm going to click on share, and again, I'd go to Google Classroom, drill down, and assign it. The other topic that I have on this grid is right down here. Again, you'll see that this one is a little bit more intricate, a little bit more detailed, but again, it didn't take me long to set up. When I click on this one, you'll notice that I went ahead and use the indicator for this to name it according to the 7th grade science standards, and with that, I've got an image over here, which I didn't have in the last one. And also, this is kind of a culminating formative assessment, maybe at the end of the period that I'm going to use after we developed models of plant cells and animal cells and talked about the structures within them. I'm going to have students go ahead and in this, it sets the purpose again. It says, using their models, they're going to go ahead create a 2-minute exit video, and they're going to explain these 3 things. In this topic, I've also included, if they need to, before they get started, they can click on this link. And what this link is going to do is it's going to take them back to the activities that we did earlier, just to kind of help them with that. And so again, I'm going to show you how to set up one like this, and I think that you're going to be able to see how to set up the easier ones, just like this, or I guess the less involved ones, while I'm setting up that. So in order to set up a topic within a grid, I'm going to go into the grid itself, and now instead of create a grid, you're going to see it says create a topic. This is where I'm going to go ahead and hit new topic, and it's pretty basic. It's going to ask me to input a topic title. It's going to ask me to put in the response time. This is where that critical thinking comes in, because again, we're taking those huge ideas, and now I've got to go ahead and I'm going to limit their response time. So I may make this 2 minutes, and that way I'm making students prioritize and make sure that they are saying exactly what's important within this time frame. We can add in topic tips. We can even do a display date, and right down here is where I'm going to put in that description. So I'm just going to take a second and set these up, and I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so you can see that I put in the basic information that I wanted for students to go ahead and set the purpose for this topic. As I scroll down, you're going to see that I've got a couple options. You'll notice that video moderation by default is deselected. So if I wanted to approve everything before it came on this wall, I would go ahead and select this. Typically, again, we set up our communities, and I only leave my grid up to where I know that students are going to post respectfully and responsibly. And we also talk about digital citizenship and their digital footprint. But again, if you feel like you have to go ahead and approve these things or moderate, go ahead and just select this. It also reminds me that in this grid, it is by school email domain, which is nice. I just have some reassurance there. Underneath here, you can see, again, it just says, do you want your topic active? Do you want it frozen? And that means the students can view the wall. They just can't add anything to it. Or do you want it inactive? Do you want to make it so they can't even get to this wall? You can also delete this topic later if you want. You can also schedule the launch and freeze dates, which is pretty cool. So again, you would just click on that and you would set it up manually for when you know you're going to want students to use this. In the other grid that you saw that I had earlier, you'll also notice that on this I had an attachment to another web resource. This was to help students, again, be reminded of the activity that they did with this response. So in order to set up something like that, that's going to come here in section 4 under topic resource. I could record a video, I can upload a video here if I wanted to. Again, you can see all these different features. What I did on this is I just uploaded an image that I had. So I clicked on this and I think I have it saved on my desktop, which is right here. And again, I just adjusted it, cropped it, and then put that in. So now that's going to appear as well. And if I come down here, you'll also see that I can add in, different Google Docs, maybe slides, videos, those sort of things. I can add a ton of different things to this if I really wanted to do that. And then the last thing, video features. The stickers and drawings, and how the kids love that. I can go ahead and I can control what it is that the students are going to do. Same thing with video reactions. And also, the views, there's all sorts of things that you can do. So if you see this, you can also come here for as far as an attachment link. This, again, it says it allows students to include an external link with their video. Links can be public. So again, you can control, does everybody on the board get to see the link that they posted? Or is it just going to be you as the teacher that's going to see this? Or is no one going to see their links until you deem them appropriate? Again, typically this is all attached to their post, and so there is a record of it, and we just talk about that in community. Student-to-student replies, again, we can control these. If you don't want your students to reply to one another, you can deselect this, or you can keep it on to help with that communication, that collaboration, and building a positive community. And then finally, you have a video title. You can allow students to put a title on there. It's just kind of a cool feature. The same thing right down here with the feedback. Once I'm all done, I can go ahead and I'll hit create topic. You will see that it says success, and then it takes you right to your topic. After you've created your topic, you'll notice there are no videos yet posted to this. So this is where you would go ahead and you're going to share this topic. And if I want to assign this through Google Classroom, I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to drill down to the class I have. It'll prompt me once I get down to the class, and I'm just going to choose a class. It's going to ask me, okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to create an assignment? Do you want to ask a question? Or do you want to make this an announcement or material? Again, for this, I would probably do it as an announcement because I'm going to control when the board is there, and I'm also going to see when they post their video. We're only going to have it open for a certain time, so I'm going to hit go. And again, it's going to take me into my Google Classroom. This is where I could assign it to the entire class. I could assign it to all students. I could actually drill down and select it to certain students, however I wanted to handle this. And I would call this the appropriate name. And then I'm just going to hit post. And once I do that, it's going to go ahead and it is going to post that to my class, which is pretty cool because then my students will now go into their Google Classroom just like they normally would, click on it, and they're going to have access to that board. So again, good luck as far as your topics. Remember that when you log into your account, you'll be logged into where you see your grids, and you will create your topics underneath those grids, and that's where you're going to do it right here. So good luck creating topics